Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Angela and today I have a pattern review for you. If you followed my channel for these last few years, then you may recall that every January I tailor my sewing approach to making pants and nothing but pants, and I call it hashtag pantuary. Any of you guys feel free to use that if you like. It's kind of like a goofy little thing, but it's kind of fun. And mostly what it does for me is to help me take on the kind of semi-daunting task of making pants. And that's what I have done again this year. Although this January I've just done one pair. I try to do two pairs most Januaries, but this year it's kind of a little bit limited time in the sewing room, so I have done one. That's what I'm going to share with you guys today, and specifically what I have made are the Style Arc Clare woven pants. I'll hold this up here for a little bit while I kind of talk about the pants. So they're 7/8 length. They fall right above the ankles. They have a flat front and elasticized waist in the back. They have belt loops, and they come with a belt that you make out of the same fabric. What else? That's all I can remember. Oh, and they have pockets, front and side pockets. So I'm going to do a little bit more in depth about the pattern and my experience making these. But first, let's take a look at how they turned out. I'll do one little spin around so you can see them in their entirety, and then I'll kind of describe the features and the fit and everything like that. So yeah, they have pockets, front pockets here that are pretty nice and roomy, and a flat front here, and then elasticized starting at about right here, all the way around the back waist. A nice tie belt here out of the same self fabric. One more time around. So they're pretty elasticized there. It's comfortable. I think that makes it pretty comfortable. And 7/8 inch length. So for me, these fall just above my ankle. I'm 5'6" for reference, and I do have on these kind of chunky heels here. I think that these could be styled like a number of ways, and kind of one thing I'm thinking for the spring and summer is with a white, like a crisp white button-up shirt. I think that would look so good. And I'm kind of thinking about even wearing them when it's colder out with some taller boots that go under. Yeah, under the pants legs. We'll kind of see. This is not the warmest of fabrics. It's fairly lightweight. It's a stretch sateen. I can't remember the contents. I'll put that on the screen a little later in the video though, but these are so comfortable. I really enjoy them, and I think they're going to be really easy to style and easy to wear. I think they would look cute with some sandals, with a pair of flats. So versatile. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it's going to be like a really versatile pair of pants. They're nice and roomy in the legs. So that's kind of what's making me hesitate thinking about wearing these in the winter. There's going to be a lot of air, a lot of cold air that can go up inside the legs, maybe with a pair of tights underneath or something like that. I chose the navy because it's such like a solid, like good all around basic color that pretty much anybody can wear, I think. So it'll go with a lot of things. I just have it styled right now with this knit, long sleeve knit top and a scarf. So yeah. What did you guys think? I'm really happy with them. In fact, I think I love them. They might be one of my top five favorite pairs of pants that I've ever made. I've only made maybe 10 to 15, so maybe that's not saying a lot. But the point is that I really do like them. They're comfy, they're stylish, and I think that they are going to be kind of tailored more towards spring and summer just because they're a shorter length. Although I probably could wear them with a cute pair of boots and get away with it in the winter as long as I have something under, just for warmth's sake. They're kind of loose and flowy, which means that a lot of air gets in there. So they might not be the warmest pants, but I do think that they're so cute and can be worn a number of different ways. So as for the pattern itself, I'm going to kind of read right here off the sheet. This does come in sizes 4 to 30, and it is style arc, by the way, in case I didn't say that. And the size range that I have is 12 to 20. I cut a straight 18, and then I did make my usual adjustments to the crotch seam just to fit my body. The suggested fabrics are linen, crepe, and fine wool. I used a stretch sateen that I got from Fabric Mart Fabrics, I think just last year. And it does, have some stretch to it. It's lightweight enough that I think it works perfectly for these pants. So I'm pretty happy with my choice of fabrics for the pants. As far as the instructions, a couple of things to point out here. I've made one other style art pattern and I had no issues with the instructions at all. It was straightforward, easy to follow. I felt that the instructions on these Clare um, were a little bit more bare bones. Nothing terrible. I think it's doable for sure, but they don't do a lot of hand holding, so just to be warned about that. And then maybe my biggest takeaway, if I make these again, I will be sure to note this on my pattern instructions. They have you cut the elastic out to the size of your waist, like what's comfortable for you, and providing enough stretch, but not tight, but not too tight. You don't want the pants to be too loose, but you don't want, the elastic to strangle your waist. So the one thing that I don't recall that they made you be mindful about was there's no elastic here in this front panel at all. So that really played a big factor. Like if I had been thinking, or if they had made note of that in the instructions, if they did, I didn't see it, I would have cut a shorter piece of elastic, because as it was, I cut a length of elastic that would be appropriate for my whole circumference around my waist, which was too big in the end if you take out this almost the whole front piece here that doesn't have elastic. So what it ended up doing, like the end result, was that the pants are a little bit loose, and I had already stitched down the elastic at least one row. There's several rows of stitching on the elastic. I'll kind of bring this in closer so you can see it. Actually, I'll show you a little bit closer on the actual pants. So I had already done at least one row of stitching before I realized that I should have cut a shorter piece of elastic. So there's that, but because they have the nice belt, it's fine. It's fine. They're not going to fall down because I have them tied. Even if I didn't tie the belt, they'd be pretty loose. It might be an issue. I don't think I can wear them as is without a belt now, just suffice to say. So that's just one thing to be aware of. And I definitely am going to make note on my pattern. So here's the inside of the pant, and you can see what I mean about the rows of stitching. Turn it to the outside. There are 4 rows of stitching there. So by the time I realized the issue with the elastic being too long, I had already done like 2 stitching rows, I think, something like that. It was too much for me to consider unpicking all the stitches. I mean, it could have been done, but it wasn't such a problem that I thought I needed to go to all that rework. I figured with the belt on there, it would be fine. And it is. It turned out fine. I do plan to make these again. I really like them a lot. And I do think that I will make them again. I'd love to try it out of a linen. I think that would be so good. And that's probably the only thing that I would change if I were going to make these again, is just to get that elastic done a little bit better. Yeah, I think that is all that I had to share with you guys. Have any of you guys made these before? What's your experience? Let me know how that turned out for you. I would definitely recommend this pattern. I do like it. I can't wait to wear it. I might try to find a way to wear these for our Valentine's Day dinner. It'll all just depend on the weather and how cold it is. And I think I have a pair of tall boots that would look nice with these pants. Yeah, I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you're getting some sewing in. And if you recall, and I mentioned at the top of the video that I have only done one pair of pants for pantuary this year. I've already started my next make. A lot of you guys have voted. I am doing a shirt dress, and I put a poll up over on the community tab or the community page with 3 different patterns to see which one you guys think I should make for my next make. I have a nice 3-yard length of blue, navy blue linen. It's beautiful, that I also got from Fabric Mart Fabrics. And I knew from the beginning that I wanted it to be a shirt dress. I have several shirt dress patterns and just couldn't narrow it down. Although I started out with one of them in mind, and then as I got to looking through my patterns, that kind of changed. So I wanted to see what you guys thought about that. So if you haven't yet voted, head on over to the community page. I'd love to see what you think I should make and what your thoughts are. That about wraps it up for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.